Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Around the Slice YouTube channel. After reviewing the newest Jurassic movie, Jurassic World Rebirth, last week, which, if you didn't see that review, please go check it out. It was a really fun time, and let me know down in the comments below this video or that video what you thought of the movie. But I am here today on the channel to, of course, as promised, rank all 7 of the Jurassic movies from worst to best, from 7 to 1, the 3 Jurassic Park movies, the 4 Jurassic World movies. We're going to put them all together for a big comprehensive ranking to see, are they really that bad? Are they really as terrible as people remember? In my opinion, no, but we'll get to that. So I always like to start with some personal background with these franchises. For some personal background on my personal experience with the Jurassic franchise, I had never seen a single movie before heading into Rebirth a few weeks ago when that released. Not even the original OG Elite Jurassic Park, which I'm 21 years old, so I don't know how I went that long without seeing that one. But yeah, I had never seen a single movie before, so they were all added to Peacock on June 1st, luckily. So in the span of about a month's time, I watched all 6 Jurassic movies in preparation for Rebirth because I wanted to be able to talk about them with my friends, talk about the new and old ones, but I made a new one with my family. I have some cousins, that one cousin in particular that really likes this franchise. So, I like to keep up to date for this channel for you guys. So, yeah, in about a month span, I watched all 6, headed into Rebirth, watched that, and reviewed it for you guys. So, that's my personal experience, quick personal experience with the Jurassic franchise as a whole. And before we get into the ranking, I want to preface it with this. If you go in to a Jurassic movie, specifically now they're called Jurassic World movie these days, expecting it to be on par or better than or even close to on par with the original Jurassic Park movie, then yeah, no duh, you'll be disappointed. I find it stupid when people come out of the movie and say, well, this isn't as good or even close to good as the original Jurassic Park, or this is, this director, Gareth Edwards, any of the other directors, they're not as good as Steven Spielberg's touch. Yeah, no, for lack of a better term, no shit, guys. Like, I'm not calling you out personally, but if you think that, then no shit, you're going to be massively disappointed. So I've just look at these movies for how they are. Just look at these movies by themselves. Sure, you can compare, excuse me, certain aspects of them to one another, but enough with comparing the first Jurassic Park. Nothing will ever top that, rightfully so. Nothing has even come close to even on par with that, if you ask me. So let's just get into it. 7 to 1. Number 7, unfortunately, there has to be a bottom here, and the other movies I like to there's a few bad apples in here, if you will. Don't get me wrong. But number 7 here, Jurassic World Dominion, I think across the board, we can all comfortably say, yeah, Jurassic World Dominion is a terrible movie, and it's at number 7, rightfully so. This is the first one I can say, okay, yeah, that's a very bad movie. Okay, yeah, that's a terrible movie. I have issues with a few other movies, which obviously I'll get to along with this list, all the way up to number 1. But this is the one and only one I can say, yeah, this is truly a terrible movie. This is a horrible experience. And specifically, the whole plot, my main issue with it is it feels nothing remotely close to what a Jurassic movie should be, a Jurassic movie is. The whole philosophy and point of a Jurassic movie these days, or in the old days, new days, whatever days as a whole, this movie is completely overstuffed. This movie is way too overcomplicated for its own good. The story makes no sense as it progresses. Sorry, my throat's really bothering me today. This story makes no sense as it progresses. Sorry. The story makes no sense as it progresses. I just don't understand what the point of this movie is. It's way too overstuffed. The story is way too overcomplicated. Way too much going on. And there's barely any, if at all, dinosaur scenes. The dinosaurs barely show up in this movie. This whole Maisie going to save her, this whole robotic mutant thing, I don't get it. Dominion's a truly a terrible movie in my opinion. Nothing that I will ever think about again. And I implore you, if you haven't seen the Jurassic franchise before, I only watch it just because I'm a completionist and I like to watch every franchise, every movie, and rank them for you guys. But if you don't want to watch it, please don't. I'm sorry if that sounds harsh, but I think everyone can agree this movie got way off track. This movie is so different in the most horrible way possible from every other single Jurassic movie. Coming in at number 7, coming in at easily the worst um is Jurassic World Dominion. Number 6, this movie's not terrible, but it's again very bad. Number 6, I have Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. This movie felt like one big slow setup for Dominion, and Dominion was terrible. So I'd argue that Dominion makes Fallen Kingdom even worse. I was close to saying Fallen Kingdom's terrible, but then the first half of the movie, when they're on the island, it's decent enough, enjoyable enough. But man, the characters feel so bland. The story's just boring. Like, I don't know just what to say. Like, it's not engaging at all. The whole second half of the movie pretty much takes place in Lockwood's mansion, this whole mansion this one time, and it's just boring. There's, you know how the Jurassic movies, even if it's a bad movie, there's one or two scenes, or this one scene in particular that sticks out, like, oh yeah, remember that scene? That was awesome. With that dinosaur or with that character. There's none of that here with Fallen Kingdom. It's just a boring plot. It's just a boring story. Really freaking boring characters. It's just a boring time. It's a slog to get through. It's not engaging whatsoever. I won't say it's like god awful terrible, like in the level of Dominion, but this movie feels like one big setup for Dominion with hinge on it. Dominion was terrible, which makes Fallen Kingdom by comparison even worse. The whole plot, which leads into Dominion at the end, where like Maisie, the whole like she's a cyborg at the end, that little twist was awful. It was so shoehorned in. It felt shoved in for no reason. It came totally out of left field. It had nothing to do with anything. And there's this one IT kid, one IT guy in the movie. All he does is scream. Extremely annoying, like just an annoying brat the whole time. We're literally cries and screams at every turn. I just can't with these. This movie is just boring. Now, number 5, The Lost World Jurassic Park. I know a lot of people love this. They would have it in their top 4, maybe even top 3 damn near. I don't. I have it at number 5 because I think it's just a bit overrated. I think there's some good aspects, but unfortunately, I think the bad aspects, for me at least, in my personal opinion, outweigh those good aspects. The one positive, actually, that people don't like is Ian Malcolm as a lead character. I actually really liked Jeff Goldblum as Ian Malcolm as a lead character, but other than that, like, none of the characters are engaging me. I know a lot of people like Sarah on the new island, Site B, but like Sarah is supposed to be who's she played by? I can't remember the actress name right now. It'll come to me, I'm sure. But yeah, I just don't like this movie's overrated. I don't necessarily enjoy the story. I don't necessarily enjoy the plot necessarily, if that makes sense. Other than Ian Malcolm, none of the characters are memorable to me. I think this story has too much going on. The characters are unlikable, mainly Sarah. I just think her interactions with Ian Malcolm, who's her boyfriend in this movie, are just weird. And then the kid, just with the whole gymnastics scene, it was just out of place and weird. I don't know. It's just not something I want to go back to. And it was the second Jurassic movie. So, like, this is an old movie, but, like, it should be better, but it's not. And number 4, I have Jurassic Park 3. I know people would have this 2 or 3 spots lower. I don't. I become a defender of this movie, guys. The minute I finished watching this, I have it number 4. The minute I finished watching this, when I first saw it, I to myself, man, I don't know why people hate this movie so much. Because from what I've seen, people pretty much hate Jurassic Park 3. They hate this movie. They hate the story. They hate the characters. They hate the motivations of the characters, how they got to the island. I really enjoyed it. I think it's a fun, breezy story, and it's easy to get through. I know people say, well, it goes by really fast because it only has an hour and a half runtime, where Dominion was damn near 2.5 hours. This is an hour shorter at an hour and a half. I'm sorry to compare the two, but the hour and a half runtime, you don't feel the shortened runtime, at least in the sense of like, oh man, I wish that was longer. No. They get through at a really brisk pace, and I really, really like that. And I know people aren't the biggest fan of the Kirby's and how they tricked them, how they got to the island, and aren't the biggest fan of why they're on the island. I really like the story. I really liked the Kirby's motivation to save their son, and I thought, the dinosaur scenes were really, really cool in this. So I've become a defender of this, guys. I think it's very underrated. I don't understand the least why people hate it. I'm gonna say number 3 and 2 together because I go back and forth between 2 and 3 with 3 and 2. What should I put? In number 3, I have Jurassic World, and then at number 2, I have the latest entry in this entire franchise, Jurassic World Rebirth. Let me talk about number 3 since I have it at number 3 first. Number 3, Jurassic World. The more and more I think about it, so starting with the bad, the more and more I think about it, Claire is really not a likable character at all. She doesn't care about the kids in the park. Her nephews really till they're in danger, obviously. She doesn't really care about the people or dinosaurs in the park. She's just there for corporate greed. She's just there for money at the end of the day. Really unlikable. And then the whole thing with Vincent D'Onofrio's character of, we want to weaponize the dinosaurs. We want to weaponize the dinosaurs for the army, for the Navy, for this and that. Why? Like, why can't these just be regular, everyday dinosaurs? We don't need to make them mutants, which is something I also did not enjoy in Rebirth at all, but they continued that storyline, but for the good. I think this was a really nice reset for the franchise. I think Chris Pratt is great in this movie. That one scene with him in the motorcycle with the raptors is excellent. And like, this movie has some like legit jump scares. When that huge dinosaur in the water, what was it, Megalodon? Not Megalodon, it's a big shark. Whatever the hell it was. When that big dinosaur eats that smaller dinosaur, and in turn, Claire's assistant, like, damn, that was a big jump scare. So a lot of cool horror jump scares in this film. I'm also a defender of this film. I know a lot of people like don't hate it, but isn't the best. I just have issues with Claire as a character and how she was written in the whole weaponizing dinosaurs thing. But overall, I really enjoyed it. Number 2, Jurassic World Rebirth, the latest entry. I put this over Jurassic World. Originally, I was going to go the opposite direction, but I put this at number 2 over Jurassic World Rebirth at number 2, that is, because I think the characters are more likable. I don't think the story is the best. It's kind of paper thin. They're kind of just roaming around the island just because I would have enjoyed a little more exposition, if you will, a little more explanation of why necessarily they're on the island. In Scarlett Johansson's character, I think the marketing and marketing ploys, tools, if you will, were kind of misleading. They built Zora Bennett as this big, impactful character in this movie, and I don't think she lived up to it in the least. I absolutely love ScarJo. I love Scarlett Johansson as Black Widow in the MCU, mainly. I've really seen any of the other work or movies, but I did not enjoy character Zora Bennett, Scarlett Johansson as Zora Bennett in this movie, unfortunately. And then none of the other characters really stuck out to me, other than the family. That's the one defense I will give this movie. A lot of people hated the family. I thought Xavier was a really funny comic relief. I think it would have been more impactful if he or one of the family members died, but didn't happen, so that's neither here nor there. Just a nitpick. The raft scene, I'm telling you right now, I was talking about this with my cousin the other day. I'm telling you right now, the raft chase scene with the dinosaur, with the D-Rex, whatever the hell it's called, that was, without a doubt, a top 3 scene in all of the Jurassic franchise, Jurassic movies combined, Park or World, whatever, any of the 7 movies, top 3 scene. That was just incredible. And Gareth Edwards' directional taste in this movie and directorial taste, if you will, I thought that was really, really impactful. The environments look vibrant, and the CGI and visuals ever since the first Jurassic Park in 1993, all the way decades ago now, 30 years. Wow. Wasn't even close to being born. Sorry if it makes me old, but yeah, we haven't really gotten those stunning visuals since then. So, and another thing that we haven't got since then is, in my opinion, these movies have skewed too lighthearted. So and not enough real stakes in these movies, like every entry since original Jurassic Park, the OG. So I really enjoyed that they kind of reinfused the horror elements with this movie. There's like legit jump scares in this movie. The opening kill scene is incredible. Now, some of the logic with it's kind of triggered by a Snickers bar wrapper, and this family is literally sailing across the Atlantic Ocean or whatever ocean it is along the equator, and then they're like, oh my God, why are we being chased by this dinosaur? Well, the equator, you're not really supposed to go there, duh. That's why, but nonetheless, some of the logic is kind of like, okay, but yeah, I really enjoyed this movie. Stunning visuals, reinfused horror elements for the franchise. I really liked it. And then number 1, there's like a huge gap. Although I enjoyed a few of the movies after this movie, or not directly after this in terms of release, but like in terms of my ranking 2, 3, and 4, and so on. One is the OG Jurassic Park, Alan Grant, Ellie Sadler, John Hammond, just the whole crew. It's incredible, like stunning visuals. That John Williams score when the opening shot, when Alan Grant takes off his glasses for the first time and looks at Jurassic Park, and the camera pans and it goes, da-na-na-na. You guys know the score. Oh man, I almost like teared up during that because I obviously, as I prefaced in the beginning of this ranking, I had never seen the movie before, so yeah, I just almost teared up. I damn near teared up because just like I love filmmaking, big movie buff, and that was just incredible work by Steven Spielberg. That's why I said in the beginning, stop going into these movies saying, comparing it to Jurassic Park, comparing the new directors to Steven Spielberg, any director of Steven Spielberg with this franchise, it's not going to work out well for you. So, yeah. Anyways, guys, ending thoughts here through this ranking, all the way from 7 to 1, all the way from worst to best. Firstly, let me know down in the comments below, what was your least favorite movie in this franchise? Favorite movie in this franchise? Let's put a fun spin. Well, obviously Jurassic Park's everyone's favorite, so second favorite. If it's not, I would be concerned. But let's put a fun spin in it. Most underrated in your opinion. For me, that's Jurassic Park 3. Most overrated in your opinion. For me, unfortunately, that's The Lost World. Jurassic Park just is. And yeah, I just want to end this with like, I don't think this franchise is nearly as bad as people think it is. I think a few of these movies are bad, maybe the 2 or 3 that I had at the bottom. But I think there's only one terrible movie, which is Jurassic World Dominion. But other than that, like, I don't think everything after the OG Jurassic Park, I don't think anything since the OG Jurassic Park, I don't think everything is like garbage or terrible like everyone says it is. Obviously, a few are better than others, but there's still some fun to be had after that OG Jurassic Park review. There's still some fun to be had with this franchise. So I think this franchise gets, I'm not going to say way too much hate because in certain aspects it's warranted, but I think it gets too much hate. So, yeah, I would love to have a conversation about that in the comments below, but I don't think this deserves total garbage territory after the first Jurassic Park like everyone perceives it to be. Seems to think it is, rather. Anyways, guys, yeah, that's my ranking. That's just how I feel after seeing all these movies. My next movie franchise, I'm just going to tease this now, and then we can rank them. I'm thinking of tackling the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise next, Caribbean, however you say it, or the Indiana Jones franchise. I'm leaning Indiana Jones because 5 movies, but we'll see, and then we can rank those. Anyways, guys, upcoming plans for this channel, as I always like to kind of tease some things for you guys. It's going to be an awesome. So this week we're done with content because I kind of want this. Give this rank on the channel time to marinate with you guys. You guys can think about it, give it time to breathe, all that fun stuff. Next week is going to be awesome. Extremely fun for myself, extremely fun for you guys, extremely fun for this channel as a whole. Next Monday, July 28th, I'm going to have my Fantastic Four First Steps movie review. I cannot wait. I would argue this is the most important movie since Endgame. Yes, I said it in terms of stakes, in terms of what we're going into and what we're going to see. Number 1, it kicks off phase 6, so there's that. But number 2, these characters have never been introduced to MCU before, so they have to have a great introduction. So next Monday, July 28th, I'm going to have that review for you guys. And then a few days after that, later in the week, next week, we're going to rank. I'm going to have a ranking of my personal ranking of all post-Endgame movies in the MCU, a handful of those. We're going to see how good or bad has the MCU really been since Endgame. We're going to stack them up all together, so that's going to be fun. Fun week next week in the channel. And yeah, this has been my ranking of all the Jurassic movies. I hope you check out all the other videos on the channel. And yeah, the Jurassic franchise is up and down, but in general, like I said a minute or 2 ago, rather, it doesn't deserve all the hate it gets, in my opinion at least. People say it's garbage. I disagree. Obviously, some are better than others, but nonetheless. Anyways, guys, thank you for the support, as always, helping me grow this channel. You guys have been great lately with the views, with the comments, with the likes, with the subscribe button. Like and subscribe this video. Share it with all your friends. Coming back next week. Very fun, what I said a few minutes ago. Anyways, guys, thank you for the support as always. Have a great day. I will see you on the next one next week. Bye.